Well, just remember the turn.
Signs.
Well, you read signs the other time and you still went
You're a brat.
towards Vancouver, which
You're
was
a
funny.
brat.
It was funny.
You're a brat. I wasn't
Okay.
looking at the signs. I listened to darn GPS.
But you weren't, though, because you turned...
Shut up.
We have a video on my channel of you going at the
I
wrong
know.
time
Thanks for
after a
reminding me
hockey game.
Every bloody time we drive this way.
All right.
Such a brat.
I got a Canuck flag tonight because the Suckers won. They were ahead 2-0 after the first, which I thought they were fortunate because I thought Colorado was outplaying them. Then Colorado proved they were outplaying them in the second period by scoring 3. Now, the weird part is we were at the end of the rink where there were no goals. So in the third period, when the Canucks scored, I called it before that period because I said, well, the Canucks are going to score because there aren't any goals getting scored at our end of the ice. There were a few interesting things that happened. First off, I thought, despite all the penalties that occurred in the second period, it was a pretty clean game. Couple of hits that got the crowd kind of ornery. And the Avalanche, I don't know if you guys saw this on TV. There was a delay of game penalty at the end of the second period. And the Avs, and I think it was Eric Johnson that was on the ice arguing about it. I'm not sure. It may have been Branton, and I saw A6 on the jersey, I thought. Was arguing that because the period had come to an end, they weren't actually delaying game. And I kind of agreed with him. But it's puck over the glass. Technically, the buzzer hadn't gone at the time the puck was shot over the glass, so delay of game penalty. And then, of course, there was the 5-on-3 that came out of that at the start of the third, which allowed the Canucks to score the tying goal just after the first first period had expired. It was a pretty clean game, though. There was the goalie interference call that I thought was kind of blatant.
It was funny.
It was funny. And then Yvonne and I had the funny experience, too, that there was a couple that was arguing next to us.
Sitting by me, again,
And
as always.
for anybody who watched our concert review, you'll know we were sitting next to a couple that weren't very happy and were arguing. That couple left their cups behind. They got Henrik and Daniel Sedin cups for their drinks. They left them behind. So we grabbed them because they were just sitting on the floor and they had left for the night. They left before the 3 stars. The 3 stars were fun. I thought Markstrom had a good game. The first goal bounced off his face and then the rebound went into the net. Couldn't blame him on that, although I heard a little bit of the commentary between the second and the third period on the radio while I was using the men's restroom, and it sounded to me like they were kind of burying Markstrom a little bit for his play in the second, and I didn't really blame him because I thought Vancouver wasn't playing particularly well. Although
He blocked a goal by putting his leg in the air.
yes,
That was crazy.
Markstrom had a very good game. 27 saves on 30 shots. Won't necessarily reflect that his save percentage for the game is .900, below average, but he had some very good saves, and I didn't blame him really for any of the goals. Colorado probably deserved a better fate. Gabriel Landeskog, I've never seen the man live and in person until today. That dude has got to be part horse. Like, he is huge. And he's fast on his skates, and he's strong as a bull. How isn't this guy scoring 40 goals every year is the question I'm wondering about, because he scored 2 goals tonight. He looked good. I thought McKinnon looked decent. I didn't think McKinnon had as solid a game as Rantanen or Landeskog. Eric Johnson was good for Colorado as well. For Vancouver, I don't know how many times I cursed about Edler. I think it was 3 times.
No, it was a few, yeah.
Every game, and I go into the game like I'm all excited, and I thought Del Zotto played okay, but they had Del Zotto with Edler, which kind of confused me, because if Del Zotto's got a defensive deficiency, why would you put him with Alex Edler is the question I had about that. And then I was kind of upset during the game because the Sedins are slow, and it's noticeable. Daniel had the nice goal tonight, but with Brock being on their line, to me it feels like it's an anchor to his speed. So there were a few times there that he had the puck, he was in a good spot, and he was in a spot to pass it, and they weren't open, they weren't ready for the pass. There were some sort of scrambly plays in the first period. I thought it showed that both teams had been off for the All-Star break early on. But what a fun game. And the goal in overtime, Berchi, what a beauty. Berchi was third star. They gave Landeskog the second star, and the first star was Chris Tanev. Chris Tanev, who is a beast, playing with the full cage, of course, since he got a lot of his teeth knocked out a few weeks ago. Tanev played a great game, had 2 assists. I was surprised that they didn't... I think Tanev should be put out on the point on the power play a little bit, but they have Edler out there, so... There was one point where Edler pinched, and I said to Yvonne, he pinches like this, it's going to cause a problem. And 2 seconds later, it's a 2-on-1 for Colorado the other way. So, it's fun to see it live because it's totally different than seeing it on TV, and you notice things. Because when I'm watching on TV, I don't find that I'm noticing the individual performances as much as just the team game. What I noticed with the team game tonight was this. Colorado has some excellent talent in their top 6. They have an intimidating as hell first line and second line. I'm not sold as much on their bottom 6, but again, Vancouver played a solid, heartfelt game. Vancouver, they're reminding me a lot of the Vancouver Canucks of the late 80s, where you would never question their effort, you'd never question their heart. You might question their top-end talent, but there was never any question about the effort being there. I will support this team to the ends of the earth despite wherever they are in the standings because they make the effort every night. There's no quit in these guys. But it was a fun game. I know you had fun.
Yeah.
Gabriel in the back had fun.
Did you have fun, Gabriel? Yes.
Okay, so Gabriel wants to go to another game. Gabriel and Yvonne and I all talked to Brody from the Canucks store as well. Brody, hey. I told Brody to look me up on Facebook. He's supposed to. Because of something I found in the Canucks store while I'm finished my jersey collection. It's finished.
So it wouldn't possibly be a jersey.
Of course not. Why in the world would I want another jersey? Why?
Because you have all the jerseys.
I have all except that one.
That one.
Except that one. And then Brody gave me the hard sell on the way out. But Brody gave me the hard sell on the way out, and that was...
I kind of... No.
He did. And yeah, Yvonne's reaction was, oh, great. That's just what I want to hear. Because he said that jersey, I don't know if they're going to keep making it or not, which is normally a sign they're not going to. Once a jersey's discontinued, she's sighing. Once a jersey's discontinued, well, it's gone, right?
My collection's complete.
My collection is complete. This is just for fun now. The collection was for the betterment of mankind.
Right.
Now I'm doing things to reward myself for making the world a better place for mankind.
That's great.
That's what it is.
That's great.
I also met a couple of subscribers tonight, so if you guys are watching, you guys said you'd be looking forward to the game review for tonight. Here I am. Hey guys. I always am very happy to meet subscribers from the channel and talk to them because it's fun. It adds a whole nother element to what I'm doing here.
Makes you feel like you're actually talking to
there was a
people.
kid sitting in front of us that Yvonne's pretty sure recognized me because this kid kept turning around and looking at me the whole game.
The first time he looked back at you, he did a double take and then he whispered at his mom something.
Yeah. So that still happens. That still goes on. East is up here.
Oh. Thanks. You're so helpful. Next time you can drive.
That was I don't think we want that. That was fun though. That was a fun game, and she had a good time too. She's wearing her jersey hoodie, and I'm wearing my Canucks jersey, the one that she found me for cheap.
It's so pretty.
Part of the reason that I told Brody to hit me up on Facebook is because I'm gonna hook him up with a reasonably priced version of this jersey as well, so he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, that was fun, and it's the first time I've seen the Canucks win live. I have been to games. I've been to 7 Canucks games in my lifetime, and I've seen them lose in overtime
quite a few times.
Twice. Because Boston they lost 6-3. LA they lost 3-0.
Yeah.
Vegas they lost 9-4. That was preseason. Senators was a shootout. Dallas was overtime. And tonight they won in overtime. So the Canucks at home this regular season, with me watching, have 1 win, no losses, and 2 overtime losses. They're undefeated in regulation with me there. So you're welcome, Vancouver Canucks. You're all set. Also, during the game tonight, I got an email from the Deads, who I've discussed on this channel before, and they are willing to be interviewed by yours truly on a podcast, which kind of makes me giddy like a schoolboy and is pretty awesome, because that's a good place to start, is with a fun little band that I want to promote and help them get bigger, because I think they're fantastic.
They are pretty darn fantastic.
They are. Yvonne and I agree they're pretty awesome, and I'm going to have Yvonne there when I interview them, because I think she'll enjoy asking them some questions too. Because there's questions girls can ask other girls that guys can't. So,
absolutely.
You know, it'll be fun. So if you haven't subscribed to my podcast, by all means, I'll be posting one. I may do one tomorrow. I'm debating about it. Depending on time, I may do one tomorrow.
Wednesdays are crazy busy.
Wednesdays are pretty busy, but I may do one tomorrow. I may sneak the computer upstairs tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
And do a podcast in the room.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so that's going to be kind of fun, so look forward to that. And then, of course, once I post that podcast, I'll put a link to it here as well. Thank you guys for all your support. It means a ton. It just means that when I do this kind of stuff, it's so much fun. It's just, I'm like a little kid. I got a couple of tidbits for the channel.
Tidbits.
This flag is going to go into the rack of jerseys, into the middle of it. And then when I go to Canucks games from now on, I'll bring that flag. So I can wave it either to celebrate or to signal my surrender. It all depends on how I feel in the moment. We give up! Stop it! Let them live! So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really... I don't know what else to say other than that was a great, fun game. Colorado got a point. We had great seats for the game. I don't know if anybody on the channel saw us or not, but we were in section 102. So for people who were there, you'll know where 102 is. We were behind the net, sort of kitty corner to the net, so up in the corner. The one that the Canucks were at twice. So at the same end the Canucks were at twice, we were up in that corner. Gabriel and I had matching jerseys next to each other, and I switched spots with Gabriel in between the first and second period so I could hold hands with my lovely wife. We didn't get on the kiss cam, which is too bad, because we could have won stuff if we'd been on the kiss cam, because you could have probably bowled me out of my seat like the woman that won the kiss cam prize did with her hubby.
What are you trying to say?
You're aggressive. So, I'm not going to mince words on that one. Yeah, but that was a lot of fun. Games live are a lot of fun. And I've got a new goal for 2018. So we don't have our passports. She needs to get a Canadian citizenship. When we get the citizenship and the passports, my goal is, since the band I'm interviewing is from Nashville, okay, since I'm interviewing for the podcast, my eventual goal would be we would go down to a Nashville Predators game. We'd fly into Nashville overnight and try to time it so we could see these girls in concert in their native habitat.
That would be awesome.
And watch a Predators game in Nashville. That's the plan. And I also discussed with Yvonne something fun to do at a later time would be, there's a lot of Anaheim Duck fans out there who are well aware they are my 31st favorite team out of 31 teams. And I am totally willing, the channel will have to be bigger because this van won't make the trip, and we'll have to have a passport. She's not arguing the van will make the trip. There's no way.
No, it won't.
But once the channel's at that size where I could do this, it would be fun to go down to California, go to an Anaheim Ducks game, and do a meet and greet beforehand where Ducks fans can convince me why I shouldn't dislike the Ducks and I should cheer for them. That would be a fun challenge. And then I could take that challenge to San Jose. I could take it to Montreal. We could do it like once in a while. We take a trip, make a trip out of it, do a meet and greet. And fans of a certain team can meet with me face to face and convince me why their team is one that I should cheer for.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be fun. So there's some stuff that's been rattling around my brain just to show that I think about this stuff a lot.
All the time.
I think about channel stuff a lot. And stuff I can do with the channel.
Absolutely.
And yes, absolutely. It's borderline obsession.
Borderline.
I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Okay, it's not borderline.
She's stating that it's an obsession.
Can't see me.
Yes, I can.
That's
There you are.
cute. That's nice.
You're cute.
No.
All right.
I'm not. No, that's nice.
All right. Anyways, I love you.
Thanks.
You're sweet. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. It's awesome. I passed 28,000 subscribers today. I'm interviewing my favorite new band, and the Canucks won a game tonight that I witnessed face to face with other Canuck fans, and I got to jump out of my seat and cheer and scream at the end of a game and not get beer thrown at me for cheering at the end of a game. Which I did when the Boston Bruins won, and I cheered that one in Vancouver. So yeah,
very quietly for that.
I didn't cheer loud because I knew I was going to get in trouble, and it still happened anyways. Yeah. So don't sit in front of drunks was the that one. But from now until the next time we sit next to a miserable couple, that's it from me. It's it from her. Thank you very much for watching. You guys are awesome, and I'll talk to you again soon.